I'm here with MSUB volleyball player, freshman Taylor Albertson. Taylor, you just got back from a huge road trip, 8 games on the road. Why don't you talk a little bit about coming onto the team as a freshman?
I think it's a little nerve-wracking, especially being a freshman, coming out and having that starting position. Coach has kind of thrown me in middle and right side, so it can be a little confusing sometimes. But I think you just kind of have to embrace it and go with the flow and just let it happen sometimes. A lot of us are new, obviously, but I think the chemistry that we had and how we grew as a team on the road for 10 days, being together 24/7, I think it really helped us, and I think that kind of, you can see it like throughout the tournament, we got better and better. And I think it's just building that chemistry and building those bonds that have helped us through like those 10 days on the road. Yeah, I think we definitely are. We're getting more comfortable playing with each other, I think, and I think that's helping a lot. I think just playing confident is one of our big things that we need to work on. And I know that if I personally come in with the confidence that I know I'm going to do well, it kind of helps pull up, like, I know we just have those issues, and I think when, even as a freshman coming in and trying to be confident as a player and know that I'm doing my own job, that I think it helps when everyone else is doing theirs too.
So you are home this week for 2 opening matches, and it's the start of conference, the start of GNAC. Are you excited to be home?
Definitely excited. It's going to be a little strange actually being home for once instead of being on the road, since we were on the road for so long. But I'm definitely excited to have a crowd behind us and people cheering us on.
So talk about the team's goals going into conference this year.
I think our main goal right now is just to play consistent, just to have fun and not get behind in games like we have been. So just kind of push for those. I think I personally just want to accomplish playing confidently and playing consistently and keeping up like how we have been playing in the last 2 games of our tournament. I think bringing that in will help us most definitely this week.
I'm here with MSUB head volleyball coach Lisa Axel. Lisa, you've been on the road for 10 days. You finally get to come home and play some matches. Let's talk a little bit about the 2 tournaments.
Yeah, we've been on the road for a while. The first 2 tournaments were really good for us to kind of point out what we need to work on here before we get into the conference season. With so many newcomers, it took us a little while to kind of regroup and make sure that we were firing all in the same cylinders. But I thought by the end of our second tournament, the Cal Baptist match, we were really playing the best that I've seen us play so far this season. So really happy that we're just kind of progressing and going in the right direction. We had some freshmen that really stepped up towards the end of the tournaments, and they were seeing a lot of playing time for us. So really encouraged about the direction we're going and excited to be home and starting conference.
So you talked about the competition at the last tournament, the GNAC Pac West crossover. The team definitely had to play up, and you had to make some adjustments. Comment on the changes you were making and the response from the team.
Yeah, we've had some people change positions. Taylor Albertson's playing in the middle for us a little bit and the right side. I just feel like we have some players that can play multiple positions, and that adds depth, even though our roster size is a little bit smaller. So, if they have an off night, we're able to put somebody else in there, and it's making the team a little bit more competitive, I think. Holding each other accountable and making sure that everybody's coming for every match.
So you mentioned the freshmen. You have several new ones on your roster. How are they adjusting to the NCAA experience?
They have had to step up. All 3 of our freshmen are seeing significant playing time, and the speed of the game is a little bit faster than what they're used to, and they're really doing a great job of speeding up their offense and just making themselves a factor on the court. It is good to be home, and we're definitely starting off with 2 very tough opponents in Central and Northwest Nazarene, and I think they're pretty similar to some of the teams we saw last weekend. Cal Baptist was a very good team, very tall team, and I think that's what we're going to see in Central Washington and NNU. They're a big block, and we got to find ways to be able to hit around. The big thing that we're focusing on right now is our side of the court. We didn't defend very well or do very well in serve receive the last couple matches, and so we're really focusing on that during practice this week, and just being able to put ourselves in a situation to use all of our hitters and not just have to kick that ball out to an outside where they're going to see a double block. If we can keep Kendall, in her target area up there and be able to run a balanced offense, I think that's going to help us be successful.